Alright, hello everybody. We are back with another Temtem stream. So, last stream was kind of rough. But I decided we're gonna give Rhoulder one more shot. And if it goes bad, I'll probably switch teams because I've been using Rhoulder for like the last 5, 6 streams or something. It's been quite a few. Because I like Rhoulder. I think it's cool and it's got a fun playstyle. But it hasn't been working out. I already built this stream, or this team. I actually built it after my last stream because normally when I go on a big loss streak, I do get frustrated, but on top of that, I also get a whole bunch of ideas. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? I want to win. And so I took a little bit of time. I took a few pieces from the Ignore theme team, just the Mouflank, the Cernif, and the Voloran, because I think those were kind of like the best ones. They just ramped up enough and kind of also have similar-ish game plans to Rhoulder. But then these other four I kind of just threw in there. I'm hoping that they'll work. I have a Synergy Master Koish. Yes, it's Synergy, or a Synergy Adept Koish. It's not Iridescence. It'll have Sparkling Bullet for damage with the double neutrals. It'll also give Water Cutting Synergy to the Cernif, which might be kind of nice. And then it's just kind of a Hypno support. It's got Ice Cubes too. I've got Double Wind at least, so might be able to get some damage there. I opt to have Taser on it since and kind of more HP and speed rather than full attack, so the Taser helps me be a bit more of a support. Kapire, this is my pretty standard Kapire spread. I do run Embers over base jump personally, just because I resisted Quetzal does almost as much as a base jump. I just figure it's easy to go with this as a rotation. Lawali, also a standard Lawali spread for me. I was kind of torn on what I wanted this last slot to be, whether it would be turbo or allergic spread. But I ended up doing turbo just because if I can get a turbo on Rhoulder or like Cernif or even some of the other slow times without prio, then it could be very valuable. So we got that. Or also it scales with HKS on Vola. Kind of fun. And then Inky, it's actually a physical Inky. I, I do not give physical Inky a lot of credit. In fact, I don't like it in most cases. I think it's bad, and that's kind of why I want to give it a chance here. I think it's got a decent chance. I got double neutral with Sparkling Bullet. I got Slingshot even if I don't have Synergy. Sharp Stabs, Paizo synergizes with Rhoulder too, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna try it out. The 37 HP is to survive a Lava Wave from a max attack Hazoret after Marbles. Nothing super special, but it's there. And we're just going to queue up right away since the team is already built. Got a cam? Yes, I actually got a cam a few streams ago. I've been running it now. I mean, I got it, so might as well keep it. Thank you, Laura, for the Lumiluck. Billy, come to join the hunt. Yeah, I saw you got your Venks. Congrats. Simpai. Alright, good luck, have fun. Looks like a slower paced team. I don't know what types I'm particularly weak against yet. So banning phase on the first game or two is going to be kind of tough. If I ban Gorong, then Inky looks really good on lead. I don't have any mentals or digis anyways, so I think Gorong's going to be the ban. Just passing by, saying hi if we're going to bed. Yeah, I know it's kind of late, so sounds good. Have a good sleep, Lore Weaver. Almost had a Towley Digilair done earlier. It just screwed up at the end. You know, my first Towley Digilair, I hit. It was like a 10% chance. I wanted Barnshee, and it was Owlhy. I was kind of sad. But you know, it's still like a Luma Towley, and that was before Showdown, I should mention. I think it was. Maybe it was afterwards. Oh, it was before they added Lumas in Showdown. So I was like, oh, I can't use this Luma in Showdown. But then they added it, and now it's all good. Right, I'm picking Inky. I can swap out of the Tyrannac. I probably could have picked something else to lead and then pick the Inky afterwards. Probably would have been the better play. I know that he runs Sharpleaf, Intimidator, Tyrannac. I'm running V-Gust on this Volerin today instead of T-Plume, which I had on my last team with it. I think, well, one, it synergizes with Synergy Adept, so I can get a little bit more damage that way. And I only had one crystal being Inky anyways. I figured I might as well just go for the Synergy Adept and the immediate damage. Because if I had Toxic Plume, I wouldn't be able to threaten this Tyrannac immediately. Oh, I forgot to ping. Oh no, I did ping, yeah. Short-term memory. Millie, hello, welcome. Aha, double mythical lead. Respect it. I think Mooflank's just gonna be my best option here. I won't get unnoticed, but that's okay. I debated on bringing Rhoulder, but a Slingshot Sharpleaf is actually gonna hurt pretty bad. Bunch of Lumegs, regular breeding, it was literally broke this morning. Oof. Yeah, I keep going into the auction house and I'm like, oh, I can buy something, but like Luma egg prices haven't gone down a whole lot. They've kind of just sustained, which is sad. I really don't want to deal with Moala. And then like I can't even buy a perfect Luma either, but that makes sense. Those are expensive. No sleep shenanigans today. I tried that. I tried that in Sunday's stream, and it did not yield results. It did not. So we are trying this today. That's. Alright, Lawale is honestly not going to do a whole lot for me this game. That might be what I bring in to sack turn 1 in order to save a turn on Inky. Not even your teams you spend so much time to build for you. Well, today is probably going to be my last day on Rhoulder, and then I'm going to look at what I'm going to do afterwards. So then I'll look at doing one of those teams. I might even do something where I do like a give me a team and I'll play it stream. I think that would be kind of fun. Even if somebody gives me a really awful team, it would be content. I'm trying to be in a mindset now that I don't care if I get the legend rewards. Those are Rhoulder teams. It's not like conventional Rhoulder. And I need my Earthbreaker fill. Sacking Lawale, Ember's is gonna hurt. It's not Adshot Volgon, at least. Question, I know they changed DI on Naga, do you still want to have a 1-speed Naga? It does not matter. You want speed on Naga now. It only flips Prio. So, if you have a slow Naga, you will actively be hurting yourself. Vanity members don't say they're broke. I'm rich in Lumas. I've got I just spend all the money I get on perfect Lumas, so that's why I don't have any on hand. No one noticed. Fair enough. Bestial Charge is value, since I can't imagine Hypoxia and base jump kills anyways. Tried today as well. Valor, Bamboozle, and a bunch of melees did not go well. Yeah. It's sad. Stall team had Earthbreaker in it. Yeah. I mean, I could have run it. And I appreciate the team ideas, but I actually had this team made before you sent me those teams. I made it pretty much immediately after my last stream. Because I was in a team building mood after losing so many. I know this sparkling bullet ain't gonna do a whole lot, but that's fine. I'm just trying to get holds off right now. Do I need goring up for anything? Not really. Oh yeah, 12 damage. I don't even get Fizz Master this turn. And because Unnoticed was blocked, I'm not faster than my own Inky. Otherwise that would have been fine. That's why you thought it's time to throw out the 1 speed, yeah. You got a Rhoulder team for me? I'm not accepting ideas right now, but I'll consider it in the future. Jit banned or blended 01 SV semi-perfect now because he couldn't do spending 5,000 feathers on speed alone. Yeah. I have to imagine this is going to be the wrenching massage play. Ninja and Mr. Bossy, hello, welcome to both of you. Glad you could make it. It's pretty late where you guys are. And Katos, hello to you as well. Oh, it was double gash, so I could have taken that if I really wanted to risk it and gotten like Paizo off hold. How's it going? We're just starting the stream. Senpai had a really good play though with the Ampere. Oh, 2-2 swap. Nothing wants to take a sparkling bullet. Definitely not a held anger with it either. 1 AM here, sleep schedule's messed up. Sometimes it'd be like that. Bait Saku. Okay, cancels out my burn, but it doesn't matter this turn. Oh, and beef up on the Saku. But I ignored the Volgon, so I kind of just have a free turn. First early stream, welcome Aches. Yeah, you're finally here right when I'm starting. Glad you could make it. I catch all the games tomorrow, that's fair, yeah. Appreciate you stopping by though, so don't worry about if you gotta head to bed. Question is, does a base jump and a sparkling bullet actually kill the Saku? Because the sparkling did like 20 something. And the held anger did like almost 40. I think I can kill. Emphasis on think. Oh shoot, no, tag team, I didn't think about it. No. Yeah, the safe play would have definitely been to swap in Volerand. Oh, Ninja, thank you so much for the sub again. Burn would have killed too if I just... Oh wait, no, he went for the Narco. It's huge. Please ignore it. I already thanked you and had read your message before you said to ignore. My bad. Synergy Vegas tier, getting that Synergy Master value. See, who needs iridescence? Like Synergy Master Course, that's where it's at, for sure. I do have one hold off on Inky, so I'll have Sharp Stabs up if I need to finish off Volgon. I don't know if it kills at this health. It'll... Yeah, we'll have to see. Slingshot Finky, yeah. Zen Med on the 2-2. Oh, I love to see it. So different. Really well, what else are you spending your battery life on? Some other good content out there somewhere? Ooh, nice. If that was on the Koish, I would have been toast. I think. It doesn't quite kill the Tutsu, unfortunately. And the Volrun has a Lightning Rod. I am one stamina away from not OXing on Ice Cubes. Sad. Memes, addicting. Most of us live on calories, just nearly die from battery shortage. I mean, my phone's been pretty dead too. I was watching one of the guys I've been watching for Dragon Quest Monsters. He actually played Temtem today. I convinced him to get back into the game because apparently he played back in, I don't know, one of the old metas and hasn't since then. So he's still playing through the story, but he's gonna try out comp. So if you guys see him on, his name is the Collector God. You should stop by, say hi, maybe give him a few tips here and there. If I get the chance, I'll probably raid him after a stream sometime too, but he usually streams in like the middle of the night for me. So Pacific, yeah, it's probably your time zone. I think I got this one. Volgon shouldn't be able to take down Inky. We can get the sharp stabs kill though. Show that Inky is totally superior by not doing anything at all this game. Except being a threat in the back. GG. It's a good start. I think he had to save his Tyrannac a little bit more there. I didn't really let him get any value out of the Tyrannac. And maybe he should have killed the Koish instead of using the narco hit on the move flank. Hard to say. My Koish had a lot of stamina left, and my move flank did not. Fish base, probably better than didn't kill. I like Electric Koish is one of my favorites. I think I like Mental more. I like to experiment with Mental after it's not broken. Wind might even top it, just because of the memes with Taifu, but Electric's cool. I gotten someone into the comp scene the other night in someone else's stream. Oh, that's awesome too. Show Inky's set. I did at the start. If I remember, I'll click on it again. Is Rhoulder good or bad? So far, it's been too slow paced for the meta. If you can get its trade off, it just destroys. But that's what today's the final judgment on whether it's good or bad. Up until now, it's been pretty mixed results. Last stream was awful. Rhoulder did not perform. And most of the time, what I'm finding is that you'd rather have a different mental in Rhoulder's slot, whether that's Tataru or Rhoulder or Mooflank or probably even Scunch. So it's definitely been underperforming, and it's sad to see. Cernif ban's kind of weird. I guess I'm gonna ban the 2-wire just because I don't want to deal with 2-wire and Zyzare combo sort of thing. Yes, GG Senpai. GG. Bought the game. It sent them my Twitch and YouTube. Aw, that's great. I'm glad to help out new players. Always. I'm glad I've got some content out there now that we can reference. I know somebody was asking for a tier list the other day. It's just like, all right, well, I got one of those. It's not super up to date, but not a whole lot changed. Lawali's good here. Two-Vine doesn't have very high special defense, so I'm okay to pick it into it. Inky is less viable in this situation, though, just because it's a physical Inky instead of a special one. Special Inky can undo almost like 60% to Two-Vine, depending on its build. You have two amazing teams built you refuse to use. I didn't refuse to use them. You just sent them at a bad time. I didn't know you were seriously gonna make some. I don't have any melees. He's got triple earth on this team. I just realized he's got quad melee weakness, and I have no melees. Probably should have banned the Acronox, but oh well. Of course, Krim releases Venk's mode after you get your Luma Venks. I honestly don't like this mount. It just doesn't. It doesn't even feel like a mount. It's really goofy looking, but like I don't know. It just looks too weird for my taste. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the theme of a mount. You can't even see your outfit while you're on it. It's just kind of sad. Volarend's obvious here. I'm surprised he didn't ban it. Volarend walls Acronox, Oshiara, and Volphy. So I just got to break through these two, and then all of a sudden Volarend's home free. I think I'll pick Inky. After one of these two dies, Inky will be good to come into this board and start cleaning up. And I think I'll just go Rhoulder in the last slot. Won't be great, but he'll have to deal with it. And if he ignores the Rhoulder, then, you know, it pops off. Mount's hilarious. It's funny, but it's not like a mount. It's like a joke. It's even the Ghoulder mount is at least a mount and a joke. We'll see if he saves the Two-Vine. He really should. It's weird, but I'm gonna split attack here. Very interesting choice. Does he CPG the Lawali then? Assume I don't like the Golzy mount either. Well, no, that one's still creative, and it looks like a mount. You're not like wrapped in anything. I could imagine a Golzy carrying you. I look at the Venks one and I'm like, what's this thing even doing? It just looks unnatural. It doesn't... It's really the only mount so far that I don't like. Let me put it like that. I think Krema's done a really good job designing mounts that are interesting and cool. And then this one just... It's not for me. It's if you guys like it, that's cool. I've already got 3 mounts to cycle between: the Piranha, the Pookie, and the Pig. Live, maybe, somehow? Nice. Rhoulder is now able to be a threat. I don't know, it was kind of weird to see the Gazuma swap there. If anything, he should have saved the Two-Vine. It seems like a very squishy Two-Vine, too. He must have a lot of speed in it. And yet my move flank outsped him, so... And he leaves the Lawali alive. He has Acronox, potentially, with Prio, but a Plague will finish off this Two-Vine, so... You'd rather have interesting mounts like this than riding another Tem like a horse. Yeah, and I mean, I suppose when compared to... If you're just comparing the other, I don't know. It's just, I don't even know where I was going with that. I think what could have been done is you just make a more interesting mount with the Tems we have. But I suppose Venx is popular enough they were just like, what can we even do with Venx to make it interesting? Well, it's like Venx is just a whole bunch of bandages. Let's just wrap up the rider in bandages. Why not, right? It's like, sure, whatever. Works for me. Even lived through Shinobi tactics. Disappointing damage. It's probably not a max attack Psypat. Psypats are always tempted to go max speed. Just to get the most possible value out of whatever it's called. The thing I can't think of right now. And my train of thought is gone. I'm a little distracted today. I think I'm streaming right after work, and I was just working for 8 hours straight. So brain just kind of mush right now. Apologies for that. Hopefully I can get some coherent thoughts by the end of the stream. The Wolfie swap is interesting. I don't completely mind this. Looks like Livs gets the Held Anger off. Even Livs the Toxic Tick here, I think. Yeah, and Wolfie's just gone. I just threaten with Vola now. He has to attack Vola. Maybe he'll try and sting my move flank to finish it off. But that's still move flank forcing. No, he just. Yeah, he must Tesla prison and he must not outspeed with the sting. So that should be game because Inky. Wait, Venom's. Was that Venom spread? Did he. Was he just forfeiting there? No. Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw something proc, but I guess I didn't. Did I not have speed on this Vola, or is that a max speed Acronox? No, it's a high speed Acronox. Also, Ninja, if you're still around, this is the Inky build. I forgot to show you. Oh, Rhoulder gets to do something now. Inky once again being the threat in the back that it is. Weird stamina loss? Okay. Any Kelka random HP. It's to live marble. Max attack Hazrat Lava Wave after marbles. Because I don't have double screen on it, I have Slingshot since it's a physical Inky. Just kind of trying that. Double screen you wouldn't need to make that calc. But Krima added an item, why not give it a shot? A slingshot. Oof, that one hurt. Well, Inky just cleans up the game. We could rest and just let Rhoulder do it, but that's kind of BM. GG. Maybe Rhoulder is good. Not that it did anything there. I still think that was mainly a misplay from my opponent. He should have saved probably the 2 Vine. Yay, we got promoted again. I forgot to mention, I played one game off stream just to test the team. I lost it, and I had... I already said GG. Not that I'm not saying GG, but you just popped in the stream, so I already said it. I tried one game and I lost. So I was a little bit like, maybe this team isn't gonna work. But you know, we got 2 wins now. We got our daily missions done. That's good. Right now, though, it's just like we kind of saw it again in that game, where every time where I would want to pick Rhoulder, Moonflank just kind of does better. Just at being a neutral. You're assuming I know how to play those teams. Maybe I could try one of the teams, but I'd have to build the thing because you didn't have a code, which is fine. I just think I'd save that for another stream. This one I already had this team built and ready. Not sold on Rhoulder at all. It's pretty much Turok with worst type chart and less good stab, except into wins. Either that or it's a worse move. Yeah. And also welcome. I mean, it's really fun. I've had some great performance with it after Tardy Rush procs, because that speed boost is huge. It's just you have to give up so many resources to allow yourself to get that boost. You likely have to leave yourself in a bad position and hope you can take 2 hits. Like if you bring Rhoulder in on a board where it has type advantage, then your opponent swaps to gain type advantage and attacks you, procs Reactive Violet, and you live on the second hit, then there's some potential there. And you can also hit back with like a Synergy Earthbreaker on a water. But other than that, it's just that's so niche of a situation. GG Tyrum, yeah. Wally made out of steel. I honestly don't remember. I think I just did the max special attack build on it. Alright, so which one of these Venom Spreaders do I want to go against? It's 4 Venom Spreaders, potentially 5, and then 2 Water Cannon users. You give up a lot of bulk too, and get lots of value from Tardy. I actually give up more damage on mine. I still have 500 HP, but I mean, maybe you're saying you normally want to go more than 500 HP, and I'd agree. Let's go double electrics. He doesn't have any earths. Don't have thick skin into wins too. Yeah, I mean thick skin is definitely more straight up value. I have to ban his Mimit now, otherwise he's gonna copy my Inky. Do I care? If I kill Whiplump now, he doesn't have any great ways to apply Toxics. Reader Stonewaller for stall if you don't want to run Cowern or Grump. Yeah. Cowern is just too good to give up, and Grumper's... I mean, maybe you'd swap it out for Grumper, but Grumper has just free healing with Inductor. No Luma Yowler in this co-op radar, sadly. Alt has such poor luck. Oof. Used to run Rhoulder with minimum 600-ish. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. There definitely were times before when it was common to run that much. I feel like it's still like performing fine. It gets banned half the games. If a team isn't high enough tempo to beat it before it gets Tardy Rush off, then it's really scary. Besides much having a turn 1 Earth, that might be better installed now. Yeah, Sand Splatter OP, don't you know? Marco, hello, welcome. Do y'all know the calcs on Sharp Stab's Inky? I don't. Like, does that KO an opposing Inky if it's a Mimit? Kind of stupid, but I'm just gonna double swap. Like, the Mimit play is so obvious here. What? It felt so obvious. Like, you just steal my Inky and then you wall my double electric board on the whip lump. It felt like it must be a striking Mimit. It's a striking Mimit. Not landing. That's the only reason why you wouldn't make that play. Okay. I respect it. I respect it. Time to double the Rhoulder. Arachnid doesn't have any way to apply Toxic Ticks, so I don't have to worry about it. The worst thing this Rhoulder can do right now is Rotten Goo. And Arachnid doesn't have Adaptive, so I can just ignore it for now. What's the worst it's going to do? Sit there? Do a non-synergy harmful microwaves? Can't imagine the Quetzal base jump's going to kill, but it will. The Bestial Charge will kill next turn, so that'll be good. I don't know what he's going to target, though. Oh, first aid kit. Never mind. I got news another Quetzal. Double onto the move flank. Alright, move flank dies. Nope. Rhoulder's bad. Sorry, Rhoulder lovers. That's a +3, probably high or max special attack invest. Don't people run Sand Splitter now size much? +1 defense on an earth move, turn 1 doesn't sound terrible to you for stall. I mean, I've never seen size much on a stall team. Maybe on like mid-range it wouldn't be too bad, but not a lot of people are running size much right now. Osekai kind of has everything it wants now that has Inner Spirit. You just slam it on a turbo team and Osekai is far more valuable. You'll still see some max speed size munches every once in a while, but that's about the extent of it. It did live, dang. Miscalc. Whew. As a max special attack. Oh, he actually just doubled the Kapire this time. Very interesting. This guy's still pretty niche, the typing is rough, maybe once Digi removal. Just delete Digi, I agree. I don't agree. Like, if Digi teams get hit hard enough that Osekai can thrive more, maybe. I guess on ladder, running Osekai is kind of tough. It's just probably better in a tournament scene. Size Munch I just don't feel like can perform in either right now. Size Munch with Naga. Earthwave? Earthwave OP. I'd love to I think Rorick has run Earthwave on something before. I don't remember what. But it was cool to see. Nice. We get Tort and the full stardom meta going. Best Tem in the world's meta, yeah. I did not catch that at the time. Too busy trying to play Pig. team. I know. I was really hoping to match into you because I think I had a great matchup. It's just I ended up facing both players running triple electric, and then whatever. Oh, it's max speed on both thing. And then I faced YBL, who just out tanked me. Oh, Lulu's team? Oh. I liked my team, but that's fair. I think I still had a good chance in you regardless. uh, let's play Hedge and Kaleidoscope into Rhoulder. I don't think it would be that good at all. Yeah, I mean, I could buy a couple turns for Rhoulder, but that's just not what I need. The super effective into Arachne doesn't need change typing when you hit it with a neutral move. When you use either neutral or digi on it, it keeps its original typing. So I hit it with Goring, which is a neutral move, and then it keeps the neutral digi typing. So it was still weak to electric. Freeze team. It looks like it has a freeze option, but it's just a Venom spread team. It's a bit too deep into the into the meme. Vitamin U was fine. Don't remember too well. Nah. Well, it's all over now. Never happened. I'll bring Pig back one day, and we'll probably face off, and that'll be fun with whatever you're running at the time. Man, this Koish does no damage. Nice. More pigs the real meta. It was fun, but and it's nice against the toxic spammers. And if you pair it with a couple things, it can be okay into wins as well. But being useless into electrics hurts. And needing partners also is unfortunate. GG. You're off. Have a good rest of the stream. Alright, sounds good. Have a good night, Mr. Bossy. Let's see if we can get this Rhoulder. I kind of don't want to start another radar. I'm not even sure when I'm going to do my next Temtem stream, because I'm planning on doing Dragon Quest tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna have Wednesdays be Dragon Quest from now on, if possible. And then my great aunt actually passed away, so I got a funeral to go to this weekend. So I'll be away Friday and Saturday. So I won't be able to stream those days. So it'll basically be right up to next week, and I don't want to start a radar right before Cy Park. Just in case I want to grind for something there. When's 1.6 going to be released? You can always just go to your Tamer Pass and then look up here where it says Season Ends. And once that hits 0, there'll be like a 6-hour maintenance, and then maybe like 4-hour maintenance, I don't know. And then the patch will be out. So we basically have just under 3 weeks. Time for Scam Park. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You never know. I mean, I hit the Shell Light a couple weeks ago or whatever. Was that just last week? No, that was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, last week was the... No, is this Luma Sci Park? No, I'm getting all messed up. No, this is not Luma Sci Park. Last week was Orphil and something else. Next week is hopefully something good. Like, Valiar. Goaty. Yeah, that was the other one. Any Rhoulder Raiders have I done now? This is actually just the second. I don't go through them real quick. I don't play like anything off stream. And we usually don't get too many encounters in between matches. But I'm wondering now if I even queued up. New to the game almost? Oh, don't worry. I'm always willing to answer questions pertaining to game information. I'd love to help. It's not like any of us were experts when we started out, so I don't expect anyone else to be. See, what would I even want in Side Park? I'm getting so many of the common Lumas just knocked out left and right. I did not queue up. So I know I need Zephyruff, Babala, or like Bigu. I actually don't have an Umishi either. What else don't I have? I had it sorted out by like type, like which ones of which type do I need that has like a higher than 50% spawn rate. Could just scroll the Tempedia. Like Grandpa I don't have. Taifu I'm probably just going to do a Digilayer because those egg moves are expansive. Scunch. Bigu like I said. Actually don't have Raiken. It's kind of funny. Most people just grind Raiken in Digilayers, but I haven't. Hedgen I still need. Drakash, another Digilayer farmer. It's like a lot of the ones I know I can get in Digilayers, I'm just like, alright, well I'll just wait and get those at some point when I do a Digilayer with somebody. Ukama. Yeah, we're really getting down there. Because I got Tox a lot, I'll still need Volorend. You know, I don't think I have a Lumagazuma. I had one that I bought with pretty good stats on the auction house, and then somebody in trade chat was looking for one. They were offering a really good price, so I just bought it. Alright, I just sold it to them because it's just like I didn't have any attachment to it. It wasn't OT or anything. It just had solid stats. He was still paying more than I bought for it, or bought it for, so you know, I'll take it. What's my ending team for the story? So, as soon as I finished Saponku, I did a few Doja rematches with the team I had at the time, and then I trained up my first comp team, which was garbage. To tell you how garbage it was, one of the main team members was a Ruminant Minotaur. That's right, Ruminant. So it's like I had perfect Tems by the end of the story, fully TV trained and stuff. Because I just transitioned out my story team. The story team I kind of just picked up some Tems I liked. I think I had Achernox, Lawali, Scaravolt. No, I swapped out Scaravolt because Half Full felt awful in the story. Calibus. I think I had Calibus. I like Calibus. I don't remember what else I even had. It was so long ago. I might have had both Saku and Lawali. Funny enough, I didn't have Piranha just because I knew it wasn't all that great in the story. I wasn't a fan of the starters, so I dropped Tortonate pretty quick. I had a Mashuk. Two more. Gazuma. I 100% had Gazuma. I love Gazuma. Just for how it looks. I don't like it right now in the meta. And then I think I had a Waspine. If you can't tell, I like bugs. Going for the Lumipedio Kudos eventually. That's not the plan. It's not in the plan. Well, I don't care how I get my Lumas. I don't care about the Kudos. But I would like to have most every Luma available on Showdown. So if anything, that's my goal. Just we're gonna ignore the mythicals. I've already got Anatan knocked out. We'll call it there. If I go for any of the mythicals, it's going to be Volgon because I use Volgon on the most teams. I hardly ever use Tyrannak, even though it's got the cooler Luma. And Gallios Luma doesn't even feel special anymore after that group of players just grinded like 5 of them out. Plus, it's just Gallios isn't flexible enough for my tastes. Volgon, you can do you can you can do quite a bit with it, even if it loses Strangle, because it can be a stare and purgation support. Ampere's like a cool option. You can have some amount of stamina control with willpower drain, cage. You can even run it offensively. Like, I like Volgon. I just think it's maybe a little bit overtuned after the last batch of bulk buffs. Is you close to max speed aggro knack from Saponku? You know, when I was making the custom patch notes, I looked at Tyrannak's attack and I'm like, why? Why does this thing have such high attack with one of the best defensive typings in the game and insane defensive stats? That thing has way too much attack. But that's really funny, is the max speed. That's like that's even worse than me running max speed Broccolum and Grumper. You know, those bulky Tems, you have enough invest in them. Or they just have so much natural bulk that you can invest speed in them and ignore other stuff. Oh, it's a Crystal Chromion, guys. Have you ever seen one before? Seen it like once. Like, that is a rarity. Crystal Chromion, rarer than Umbras. So, I don't know if it's Sinner Typer or not. He does have 2 crystals. He doesn't have any other digis. And he's only got 1 mental for Deluge synergy. I think I'm gonna let him have the Chromion just because, you know, it's a Chromion. When do you get the opportunity to see it? But at the same time, the only thing I have to deal with it even relatively well is Rhoulder, because he banned out my Kapire. So I'm gonna ban out Valash just because it has immediate crystal damage. That's kind of a problem for me. Propose Chromion to learn Double Edge. Be interesting. I don't think that would change a whole lot. Sounds like a Chroma change. Make a change just to do something. Doesn't have any impact on the meta. Oh yeah, in case you guys haven't heard, we got some news on what the new move announced tomorrow is going to be. I think it was announced tomorrow. That's what I heard. I don't know for sure, but it's another signature move. So only one more Tem has potential at being viable because of the new moves. So I know some of you guys don't mind signature moves. I like them. Signature moves are awesome. I just don't think it's the time for them right now. Play Crystal Chromium before. I don't think I ran into you during that time when you were running it. Gotta remember that Volfi doesn't have Sludge Gift. So I can pick Inky into it. The signature move for Vental? No, not the one that was already revealed. The mental one is going to be on on Vental Mix and what was the other one? There was a third. Why am I? It's going to bother me. I have to go check. Oh, yes, Auhi. The new one, my guess is it's going to be for Valiar. Because they were said they had some bigger changes planned for Valiar, and then they never announced anything. Or we just haven't heard anything yet, I should say. Auhi finally stands a chance. Yes, it does. still think it's all right as is, but it definitely doesn't perform super awesome. You never picked the Crystal Chromion, even though I think it would have been pretty good into my team. That kind of just shows how bad it is, or how reliant on Pocus it is. So, is Crystal Chromion good or bad? It is pretty tough. Cerneef, I think, is safe to say. Since the Adrenaline Shot makes me think there's a decent amount of speed in this Volphy to be able to get fast sleeps off, so a Fiery Soul plus a Plague is surely coming Inky's way. Unless he predicts me to swap, which could happen. I'm just going to swap in Volorant to eat it, and we'll see what happens from there. When's Valiar getting his rework? We don't know. We don't even know what it all entails. We just know that it's something we can potentially expect for the future. Does not look like a fast leaf. It's an offensive one, but it's not a fast one. Really? He's... Darn. It's actually not all that great for me. I need to kill Volphy, and then Inky's really good this game. Inky now has its holds off, basically for free. Like, I saw the Adrenaline Shot, I knew it had Jinx Whisper, I thought he would just double into the Inky slot, because I don't... Like, Inky doesn't die. I would have gotten a T-Strike off on Tolkien, and if I was pan sunscreen, I would have been in a really good spot, so it's just kind of weird. Didn't you see why you wanted Double Edge Chromion? No, I just... Hard to keep up with chat today. Want to see PI Chromion next to Naga? Okay. That would be funny. It could be good. That could be really good. Mirroring? Okay. Head off now, watch the VOD. Sounds good, Ninja. Have a good night. Have a good night. I calc my stamina wrong? No. A Huck Kick into Fire Tornado will probably kill Rhoulder. Hard to say. It's a Fire Chip Tolkien with Pyromaniac. I'm knocking myself out on the Gialis from mirroring, so I don't even get to take a hit there. I could hope he goes for Sharp Stabs to try and take me out, but the double in on Rhoulder made sense. He went for Windburst, so he did target the Volorant, and Fire Tornado definitely would have killed there. I'm bringing Inky here because Rhoulder's on its third turn, so if he doesn't target the Rhoulder here, I'll be able to get another move off thanks to Tardy Rush. Max attack Garunder? Really? I'm interested. This is the Earthbreaker turn, though? I don't know. But it's got synergy right now. I would have had to swap out Garunder and assume that he wouldn't kill Rhoulder. Two things that I really couldn't know for sure. Say the game about players is bad, not much Twitch people look in the game. The game doesn't retain players very well, sad to say. Yeah, he did swap. With any luck, my Rhoulder will outspeed the Ukama. If it's not a max speed Ukama, and then I'll get the synergy. Earthbreaker. Okay. Maybe this kills. Nice. Aww. That's not even that bad, honestly. Because now Lawali and Cernif get an extra turn. Question is Volfi gonna, like, sleep my... I don't know why you saved the Ukama there. I'll take the free damage on the Grunder. Oh, I mean, I should have doubled that slot. What was I thinking? That did a whole 12%. Does he sleep the Cernif? Yes, he does. Was that the right play? Hard to say. But picking on Grunder's physical defense is going to be much better than hitting its special defense right now. There's no first aid kit. Is he gonna OX my Cernif? That would be kind of smart. Plague. No, his Volfi outsped my Lawali. He really did have a speedy Volfi. Dang. Ah, well, GG. I don't stand a chance here. I need a critical hit water cutting. I don't even, he just Jinx Whispers me. I should have Frond Whipped just in case, but I just OX to death anyways, so. Jinx Whisper was way more annoying than I gave it credit for. He's not even too afraid of mentals because he has all those crystals. Crystal Chromion on the team is weird. But other than that, I just got a whole bunch of reliable meta-tems. If Rhoulder took out the Ukama there, I think I would have won. But unfortunately, that was not the case. It's not even the first time that Rhoulder has missed a KO on something with like less than 5%. I really wish I could have more damage in it. Because most of the things where it misses the KO is on... It was on a Platamus before, and this time it was Nukama. So it's usually when I'm using Synergy Earthbreaker, and it just can't 100-0 something. If I had Synergy Adept Koish, then that would bring me the damage I need. part of it also, I was like, I wasn't saving my Tems to deal with the Garunder well. Because I had both Inky and Rhoulder out on the board against the Garunder and Tolkien. What I should have done is used Earthbreaker on the Garunder and swapped out the Inky. That would have been the play. I just didn't know that he was going to... I didn't know for sure what he was going to do, because he could have baited my swap and doubled in the Rhoulder, killed it, and it would have just been a waste of a turn from me. If he just used Windburst again, I don't think his token would have OX'd either. Your 2 cents on when Ya spoke to us about the state of PvP numbers. You mean just like how PvP players are like 5% of the overall player base? War Drum on Inky would have killed Ukama. Yeah, that's another thing I would have... War Drum is also just enough to make the difference. But I'm trying out Slingshot. Is it good? Apparently not. Maybe I should swap that. But yeah, I didn't say anything to Ya. Honestly, the situation felt really hostile from both sides. I don't think there's anything I could have said that would have cooled it off and also gotten a point across. I keep running these triple fire teams into this guy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't win that matchup. It's literally a waste of 10 minutes. I don't do that often, but I don't win. So I have 1 water, which is Koish, with hardly any damage, and its only water move being Ice Cubes, and Rhoulder, who doesn't have a turn 1 Earth move. And then I have Inky, Cernif, and Lawali that all die to fire moves instantly. So it's just he just targets down move flank or whatever I can use to hit him neutrally, and then I have nothing. So I'd rather just get us quicker into a match that I have a chance against and we can actually play. Just classic Ya. It doesn't have to be, though. I'm sure he's stressed with everything. It's not like he wants to have a game-breaking bug, and everyone's saying, like, oh, the game's gonna die because of the bug, everyone's quitting, and nobody's gonna come back. It's not like he's trying to have the bug in the game. And it's not like he wants to punish the players that actually are playing the game either, so it's just tough on both sides. I saw Platt was actually trying like 7 fires as well. Sounds like there's not a whole lot. I mean, lots of people aren't running multiple waters and earths regardless. And even if you are, it's not like you have 0 counterplay. Not a single bug where most people would enjoy. No. Bunch of primitives on Twitter basically making fun of people giving bad reviews and completely disregard very active players like Logain's opinion. I mean, yeah, it's not like Krem is handling this situation well either. I think Krema has many situations where they act very, like, individual members act very immature when they should be taking a more professional stance in matters. And yeah, it's not like they have to listen to us. We should appreciate when they do. I'm gonna withhold any like long-standing comments on Crema until we put together like the group patch notes and try and talk to the comp rep about it, or whoever. Because if we all put a lot of work into that and try to all genuinely try and give our input to try and improve this game, and they disregard that, then I'm just gonna kind of be like, maybe it's time to boycott. We'll see what next patch brings, but it's not like the game's all that bad right now. Lots of people enjoy this state of the game. I think I still don't like the direction the game's going, and seeing 2 signature moves added when there's other things that need to be changed first is disappointing to me. But I'll basically once we talk to Crema and then once we see the patch is when I'll really say some stuff. Also, I'm gonna be honest, Dragon Quest Monsters has been way more fun than I thought it was going to be. First, I tried comp and I'm like, wow, there's so much RNG in this, it's garbage. And there is a fair amount of RNG, but there's also so much creative like options available. There's a meta, but the interesting thing with Dragon Quest Monsters on top of the other mechanics it does differently is rather than 1 trait, each monster has 3. So depending on what kind of strategy you're going for, you can have you may get more value out of like a low tier monster, just because it happens to have a combination of traits that you want. So, it's kind of interesting. I think I'm gonna try and do a couple more streams of that. Not that I'm gonna drop Temtem, but my interest in Temtem has been declining for the rest of the patch. I've stuck it out the extra 2 weeks in the patch cycle that I normally have, and I like this whole Rhoulder thing has been kind of fun. But after last stream, it was tough, and there's multiple people going around ladder with teams like multiple fires, and I'm glad they're enjoying it and winning. It's not enjoyable for me to play against, knowing that I'm going to lose immediately. I like building creative teams, and it's just like there's not even a whole lot of options to enable Rhoulder all that anymore. I don't have a turn 1 Bamboozle to buy time for Rhoulder. My option is, as was mentioned, the Kaleidoscope Hedgeon, which is just kind of it's tough. I support Hedgeon would be interesting with it. I just don't think it would be super viable. Signature as Roxanna move feels so questionable, but not trying to be ungrateful. If it's a turn 1 move, it's going to be busted. We don't know anything about it. It could just be a turn 1 60 base power move, and then people never click it because Glassblade's Prio is only 15 BP less. So why not? And it's cheap. If it's the hardcore, it is the hardcore base that's enjoying the game, yes, but it could be more than just the hardcore base. That's also true. You're done to 1.6, never taken a break before. You're poor on Lumadrops, poor on Feathers, and don't enjoy PvP. Yeah, I mean, all those things together, it's just like, I mean, the breaks are good, though. I definitely encourage a break, and if there was ever a time for one, it would be now. Until we get an announcement about TemCS future at all, and then just a little shake-up and things. I'm still hoping they hit Toxics and wins. I don't want to see Tolkien in every other game. We've been lucky the last couple streams we haven't seen it too often, but our one loss today, there's a Tolkien there. It wasn't the real contributing factor to my loss, but its typing is cracked for it to have the best offensive options available. Maybe the games just became too competitive that we have a hard time enjoying PvP, especially with the current meta where there's hardly any chance to outplay, and the chance is always a 50-50. The problem is, like, we're not seeing any new options in PvP. A whole lot. Like, if you look at the world's meta, especially the top 5, or like the top 4 players' teams, I guess J-Dragon had something interesting. Did he get top 4? I think he did, but I don't remember exactly. But it's just, I think we had two teams that are almost exactly the same. Argon and Totoas were very similar, albeit they had very different builds. But the teams were very similar. A lot of the game revolves around turbo and winds, and you're forced to run winds because toxics are OP. And that makes you also forced to run electrics because electrics counter winds, and it's like the only thing. And then digitals and fires can just ruin your team instantly. Not that you're going to see that in a tournament team, but here on ladder, it's just like we run into Gracian about once a night now, and it's not like awful, but I lose to him every single time. I don't think I've won a single match against him. And then Digi teams, I almost never win against either. Like Moko has way too much HP. Hit its HP and remove microwaves from it, replace it with something else. I don't know. There's so many changes. It's still like the other thing is like doing the custom patch modes competition opened my eyes to how much potential the game has. And so seeing the state things are in when their potential is there, it hurts. It really hurts. Because I love this game and I want to see it thrive. Did I not queue up? Or is Q's just taking this long because people are just getting worn out? I feel like the game is less competitive because people are getting tired of the meta and play random bullshit. Yeah, that too. I mean, well, there's also no reason to build like a best of 3 team anymore. We don't have to try for the TemCS. Nobody's 10-minute queue. Like all the top players don't have to constantly team build and come up with what's the best right now. Everyone's just like, well, random crap, go, you know. I feel like you're usually punished when you play something random facing a meta team. Not always. Depends on what you're running. Point of view for someone who's played Temtem for a long time, the balance has gone to a direction more and more away from the fun and more into boring. Yeah, lots of people say the game's getting closer to chess, which I can see. I don't know if it's better for all the OP options to be removed, but I mean, I don't think options should be removed much at all. It's just sad to see when they are. Ladder's not at all competitive. No, it's not. It's really not. And that's kind of where I'm losing my fun. I liked the high stress and environment, just competitive environment that the TemCS offered. Like that was so much fun. That's what got. I was almost gonna drop Temtem for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet competitive, but then they added the TemCS and that brought me right back. And now that there's no, the future's unknown. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think 99% of the player base is wrong on their vision of a meta team. That's a fair guess. It's just a statement. It's a meta team, you know, whatever's current we see in most teams. That's also fair. Came back to play 1.4, 1.4.1. Volorend's really good here. Beyond Volorend, I don't know. I want to pick Koish. It's because he's got a few mentals on his team, so I'm probably just going to do it. Temtem gets their identities slowly stripped away in favor of making them more generic. Yeah. But I mean, they're just sharpening their identities by removing their options and making them only slot 4 moves. Meta are the friends you made along the way. I mean, I have grown really close to y'all, and that's super awesome. I love that I've been able to. Sometimes I'm just... If I stop enjoying content, or just playing matches, then it's also kind of like, it's harder for me to make these streams entertaining. And we're showing up. Really want to play Scarlet Violet or Yu-Gi-Oh comp. I like Scarlet and Violet. The other thing that factored in there was Scarlet and Violet added in the Paradox mons, So Flutter Mane was everywhere on top of like Roaring Moon and stuff before it got at least banned to Ubers. So if you played OU, there were if you just play with the normal mons and you exclude legendaries and a whole bunch of other garbage, I think it's good. But there was just some stuff I couldn't get over. Thought about playing Pokemon Comp a couple times, but lucky you came to your senses. Flinches hurt, man. Flinches make me just want to not do anything. If I can use Rock Slide twice in a row and not get any flinches, and my opponent does it once and gets a double flinch, that's fun. 4 moves without coverage. I mean, I think if we have coverage in Temtem, it has to be on a hold. It has to be. We just don't see a lot of hold coverage anymore. Gravitated to this game because, in your opinion, the battle system in this game is better than Pokemon. I actually have to think instead of a mash. I mean, yeah, the battle system in Temtem is top tier. But as the Tems degrade into generic whatever. I don't have any great swaps here. I guess I swap in Rhoulder because I don't need it for anything. But no, I have to keep. Options becoming more generic is very sad. Because it's like this Machoke has Turbo, Uppercut, Wastewater, and Helicopter Kick. Maybe P-Jab. That's its flex slot. Gyalis has Double Gas, Sharp Stabs, Crystal Bite, and Hook Kick. Never know. I feel like Pokemon gets carried so hard by its IP and player base. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I spot for Roar to finally be a move and take it away from Rise and Raiken, completely killing Raizen competitive and removing support Raiken playstyle. Yep. I mean, new Roar is cool, but having it as a... He's got no wind resists. It's just, but not having Unraise hurts. And support Raiken hurts too. Suggest Pokemon Showdown. VGC's actual clone format, but Smogon has a tier base. Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of Pokemon Showdown with the Smogon tiers. Good swap prediction there. But he also proc my Reactivile, so he can't just freely kill me with Naga now. Kermit keeps nerfing stuff instead of buffing weak things. That is indeed what they are doing. I don't care too much. If I think he's going to double target the Volarun slot, but he might double Rhoulder. We play VGC, attacking 8 coming up, currently playing Grand Blue. Yeah, that's... VGC is easy to learn, maybe. So we played Temtem. It's hard to get into Pokemon PvP with all the RNG. RNG plus the sheer amount of Pokemon is too daunting, you understand. I mean, I know what pretty much every single Pokemon does. I spent quite a bit of time in Pokemon PvP before I found Temtem enjoyable. Interesting, we see the Moala come back in. There's so many comments I can't keep up. Lots of RNG, adjustments, Pokemon's one of the most uncompetitive designs. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Live, yes. Don't double the slot. Yes! Oh, it barely died. I wish I didn't have to use Earthbreaker, so I'd have it now, so I could swap in. So I could swap in Koish, get Synergy Earthbreaker, and then take out the Naga, but, you know, we'd take it. You got the Luma Rhoulder? Aw, that's awesome. Congrats. Use it well. Use it for the both of us. I'll get mine eventually. Like the archetypes you can build teams around in Pokemon. Are there any? Somehow live this fury. You're tanky. Not on the special side though. Comp is 90% the same handful of mons, just fun because bigger player bases would play fun teams. I mean, you can. There's so many times you can, or Pokemon you can screw around with and play in lower tiers on Pokemon Showdown with the Smogon rules and stuff. So you can come up with some creative strategies. But if you're really trying to be competitive at all in the Pokemon scene, you pretty much have to play what's good. There's not a whole lot of flexibility from what I've seen. Every once in a while, you can throw like one random pick onto your team, maybe two, and that can kind of overperform just as like a meta counter. But those are few and far between as far as I'm aware. Got a mail counter if I want to gamble with eggs. I I don't have any Pansons to pay you, so probably not a good plan. Oh, he went for the Volar end. Pain! I'm +2, but if I'm half speed, I'll speed. This was a fairly obvious Gialis into Toxin Shower turn. Oh, Petrify! I lied, it wasn't obvious. Man, I thought it was going to Toxin because I couldn't use a wind move. No! I got outplayed. What do you remove on your Acronox set for Petrify? I guess it's probably Venom Spray. Soil Steam, Toxin Shower, Rotten Goo, and Petrify. Sting. Yeah, he had to remove Sting. So he doesn't have Prio without Naga then, which feels really bad, I'd imagine. I'm a tanky move flank, but I can't take 2 hits. Okay, I outsped the Gialis though, so I did get some damage on it. Oh, he's going for the Volar end. Yeah, that was smart play because HKS probably would have done more damage than my move flank can. I need one more hit to kill this thing, and I'm not going to be able to get it off because C-Bite is a very strong move. I was pretty close though. The Petrify is really what ruined me. I mean, so normally the smart play is to ban the Naga there. He has a team that completely plays around Naga, but because he loves Naga, I let him play it. Stoneball Rhoulder probably would have also won there. I don't know. Like, it was all I don't know. It was a tough matchup. GG Heroic. I gotta ban your Naga. I know you love the thing, so I let you play it, but if you're literally not running Sting on your Acronox and then smack me with the Petrify, like I didn't know you were running Petrify. It's so risky to run a move where you can only use it in specific situations and just lose value elsewhere. But yeah, that definitely won you the game there. Oh, you don't run Toxin Shower. That's also you're still tough. You build tanky. Fair enough, but even then, like, I guess you don't have. I yeah. Sometimes I still forget the Toxin Shower's nerfed down to 1 turn, and it's not like you want Toxin Shower when you're pairing it with Naga anyways, because then if you shower, you're hitting your own Naga, even if it's to like avoid a tornado or something, you still don't want to click it. So yeah, well, good game regardless. Alright, so last time I realized that I should have banned the Tyrannac because it limited my options, so this time I'm going to. Yeah, I thought you dropped Sting. Sting's too good a value, but Toxin Shower definitely makes sense. Another Kapire ban, even though I banned the Tyrannac. That's kind of interesting. We're gonna pick Koish. I think it's a pretty good pick. It hurt him pretty bad last time. I would have picked Inky, but the Gorong's right there. Saku, maybe trying to scare me off with a Petal Dagger. I hope it doesn't have Petal Dagger. It had Narco, so I'd be surprised if it ran that in its slots. I'll bring Vola to immediately threaten the Saku. I really wish maybe Vola was anaerobic right now though. No tough in ETC. Yeah, I've got Burrow, but both Burrow and Toughen are just absurd prices. They're just on so many rare Tems that the price shoots way up. You wanted to play earlier and stopped after queuing for 2 minutes because you got hit by a strong ranked anxiety. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much just accepting that I'm not going to hit Legend this season. Which is fine. Half the, like, I don't even use hardly any of the Legend rewards. The seals are okay, but I've got 4 seasons worth of seals. Have they revealed what the season seals are even going to look like? Karen not have Toughen, or is it just an egg move for Karen as well? I thought it had it. And then that they removed Block, because it had both. I'm just going to ban them all. No mental means Mooflink can pop off. Egg move for Karen too. Ah, oof. Dominic, hello, welcome. Oh, well, we were on a streak of winning 3 in a row, and now we lost 3 in a row. That's usually how it goes. It's kind of weird. We are very consistently inconsistent. Grab the Legend Rewards since you had all the old ones. Feels wrong not getting this season. I know, it's just like, I want to, but I literally can't win. I cannot win enough, and I just don't have the time anymore to spam that many games. My win rates have been awful. I've been dropping more than I've been going up. We're gonna stay in. This allows me to get some chip damage on Gorong. And I get the burn on Saku, so even if it has Petal Dagger, I should be able to live this turn 1 at least. Season rewards are the worst ones yet. Oh, that's a yikes. Okay, another Vigas to finish off the Saku. I forgot it had bait though. I didn't even look at the item. So it does have Petal Dagger, but I still live because Heli Kick was weak. My Volorant's faster. Actually, no, we're gonna just Sif, because why not? This way if he swaps I can just get some more damage. Yeah, he doesn't swap. I don't have type advantage on the Gorong anyways. And I still burn it. I still burn it. Rip my stam though. I could have used Hypno as well, but I wanted to cover for the swap. Yeah, that did nothing. It must have very little attack in this Gorong. I kind of just want to ignore it now, because it'll slowly whittle itself down with stamina and I won't proc its first aid kit. Probably just 1 turn that I'll leave it alone, but hey, 1 is enough for me. I'm hoping a Sparkling into, or Windburst Sparkling HKS can finish off the Volorend. If Koish survives the turn, oh wow. Oh, that's right, it's Lightning Rod. Taser value. I might even live this Heli Kick. It didn't do that much before. Yeah. There's HKS the Volorend. And Charged Iron Filings. This won't... Oh, Rush. Forgot about that. That's not bad either. Gorong's in range to die to something now. And he's forced to kill my Volorend this turn. I almost thought I lived there. That would have been fine too. I just get a Windburst on the Volorend. And then finish off the Gorong as well. Better because I would have procced Fac. Yeah. I'm gonna base jump the Gorong. Just because I don't know the speed on this Volorend. And I'm confident my Inky can outspeed the Volorend. But I'm not sure about the Gorong. I think that was a speed tie between Volorend and Mooflink. Because that Volorend was very tanky. There's no way it unless it had enough speed and like HKS or like Venomous Claws. Doesn't help you don't really have anything that's cheap, best of one-ish. Hard to grind ladder, although I know, but I don't want that kind of stuff. Makes it feel bad. What does Bestial charge? He might even just forfeit. It looks like he's clapping. Yeah. GG. Gotta embrace the cringe. Cook with Chromion. I was gonna bring back the full offense Waspine. But I don't think that would help. He's too weak to electrics on his team. I don't think he has enough damage either. You know, if I didn't do this whole Rhoulder thing, I was definitely going to. Or I was considering doing a series with Chromion. I'd make a team with each Chromion type. But honestly, I think I just need a break from Temtem after this one. It's not even that today's gone too bad. It's just a break is going to be good, and I'm looking forward to the next patch. I'm hoping tomorrow they come up with something good on the move release. Even a signature has potential. It always does. Boot up Dragon Quest. I will. I got the next team planned for tomorrow. Like it's already built and ready. I've been playing it, and it's a lot of fun. I'm actually winning this time. And I've already got the next team I want to do planned out. So I'm probably gonna start building that just because getting a head start on that is nice. It takes forever in that game. Seriously, that's the one thing I don't like is it can take upwards of like 8 to 10 hours to build a really good competitive team. Oh, my radar's down. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, what's going on? I just like full odds Rhoulder. It's totally not like a 10% spawn, right? Because I said I wasn't gonna do another radar because, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get another Temtem stream in before Park. And I really don't want to have to grind out. What other content can I do? Go fishing? Sure, we'll go fishing. Digilayer, that would cancel my queue. I do want to do a Digilayer at some point for a Taifu. But I'm in no rush to do that. I've been spending all my feathers on radar, so I don't even have enough to buy. Yeah, I got 2,600. I could buy some hot fixes if I needed to. Alright, it's Water Quaish. So this is like one of my... Water Quaish is my second full odds Luma. Second out of 2. Rand Lethal. It's been a little while since I've seen him online. Good to see him still playing. He looks very water weak. T-Ghouls, hello, welcome. Water Quaish OP. I tried it for a little while. It was kind of fun. I don't think it's even all that bad once they fix iridescence. Probably still better than something like Crystal Quaish. Maybe not, though. It doesn't matter what team I'm playing. I just hate Tolkien. Too much burn value. And why is Kapire getting banned every game? I think Kapire's been banned out of like 5 out of the 6 games, or 5 out of the 7 games today, at least. Just not something I expected. I guess I go Wally here. Fire's crazy. I haven't given it a whole lot of a shot. It definitely has too many stats. Still gets walled by lots of things though. But if you get a heat up off, I know that a meteor, like even a resisted meteorite, especially if you get last rush bonus, it can do like half to a Turok. Or well, this is probably why he banned it. He wants to threaten out my Koish and my Inky. Don't see as many Gallios. Thought you would, when you finish Legend games, thought it would be everywhere post Worlds. Yeah, I'm a little surprised it's not too. Two Electrics are good against Auhi. Cernif is good against the others, but not the lead. So what do I don't think I'm picking the bird this game, so I'm not going to ban. Not going to ban the Gazuma. So I mean, pretty much most of the bans go ban Kapire, ban Rhoulder. That's how this game seems to play. That's what happens almost every single game. Which is weird that they're letting Mouflank through. I still think Mouflank is better. I guess he's relatively Earth weak. But it's kind of hard to play games with Rhoulder when it gets banned every game. It's a speedy chim. Not like, I don't know how speedy. But it's got a decent amount of. Okay, it's very speedy chim. He'll probably just glass blade me now. I don't know if it kills, but he'll probably try. It looks like a speedy Broccolum too. Nah, not a speedy. Well, yeah, it outsped me. So I don't know how speedy, but you know. My Goring might not even outspeed this chim. That's how fast I think it is. I think it's a max speed chim. Yeah, he's playing well. I don't have anything for him. I just lose, honestly. I didn't realize how weak my team was to natures. It doesn't help that I don't have any melees. His team is pretty weak to melee. She swapped out the Auhi. Gazuma. If my Auhi could somehow live, I'd have a chance. His whole team is max speed. You like the song? Yeah, Train Rush is good. For sure. It's not a max speed Broccolum. Just close. He uses Inner Spirit, doesn't even take the chance the Soul Shout doesn't kill. I've heard this song so many times, so. I heard it over 1,000 times. It's been on my playlist for ages. And all the times you hear it in game. There's actually a challenge mode in A Hat in Time. That's pretty cool. was honestly almost too difficult for me, so I kind of stopped trying. But I mean, I was it's basically just the levels, but their difficulties ramped up, and then you're challenged to do other things within the levels, like oh, collect all these things, because it's a 3D platformer collectathon, and so it's just like yeah, you got to collect all these things with this time limit and get to this location before you leave. It's like okay, that's kind of tough. Did so much. Why? I don't even outspeed. He predicted my Koish swap, which isn't that hard because my Lawali had no stamina, and I wanted synergy. He just brings in Shimuri and Glass Blades, and then now he finishes off with whatever. GG. Like, I can't even attack the Auhi. Cernif's dead on this board. Cernif hasn't done anything on this team today. It was on other days. Oh, I moved it. Ralb, hello, welcome. And Tectonic and Ralb, thank you for the follows, both of you. Appreciate it. We're actually getting relatively close to the follower goal I set for a while. Have a good night, Millie. Thanks for stopping by. I'll have to give that team a try sometime. I have more success with it than I'm having with this one. We'll see how long this queue goes. It's like, I don't really feel like fishing. I'd throw like 2 casts and it'll be nothing. And we're not getting like another 2 cast fish like I did the last time I tried to fish on stream. Follower goal with no clickbait or giveaways. Yeah, I could have something special. I thought I was looking into the channel points a bit more, and you can't do as much with it as I thought. The best you can do is really just make an image pop up on stream and then have some noise. And I can't like that's really disruptive. I could have it a little thing in a corner, but it's still kind of disruptive. And since I'm more of an analytical player rather than kind of like a super hype energy kind of guy, I feel like disruptions are more annoying, honestly. But, you know, some people like them. Apparently you do, Aches. I don't know. I thought about having something like a Pookie army swimming across the stream. Just have a whole bunch of stacked Pookies swimming. But I don't know. We could stay in queue. You could finish the Rhoulder radar with you. Oh, yeah. Nah, co-op radars are pretty particular. Can't queue. But that's alright. I don't know if I'm even going to go for Luma Rhoulder. Usually I just kind of go for a radar of whatever I'm using at the time. This is probably going to be my last stream with Rhoulder. The title is like, is Rhoulder good or bad? I think Rhoulder can perform well in other metas, and I think it only needs minor buffs, but as of right now, Rhoulder ain't it. Other neutrals fill its slot better, other earths fill its slot better. It's not good at either of the types that it is. It has a little niche where it kind of gets that crazy speed boost, but why would you run Tardy Rush when you can just click Synergy Turbo and gain almost the same amount of speed, and the damage boost is largely irrelevant. So, it's just tough. Alright, someone, if you're still around, good luck, have fun. I know he's got Kaleidoscope on the Gario, so I'm going to ban the Hazrat, because that's usually what he pairs it with. He clicks Heat Up on the Hazrat, and then Kaleidoscope Gary comes in. Probably gonna forget in the middle of the match that it has Kaleidoscope, but you know, also another Kapire ban. This time I actually have counters to Barnshee though, so it's not completely over just because of a single mistake in pick ban. It's only mostly over because of a single mistake in pick ban. I'm gonna pick Koish first. I think Koish is the most flexible option here. Obviously, it's there for Tardy Rush DA shenanigans. But even like Turbo even works good with DA. So he just completely gutted my Koish. I know I don't have Stoneball on this Rhoulder, and this is one of the only times where I wish I did. But even then, he'd probably just swap in Gario and avoid it. Lurking, but made to Gold 1 from Unranked, Division 2. Thanks for the great content. Awesome. Congrats. I'm glad to help. I think I'm more scared of the Scaravolt after Rhoulder dies on lead. Bring Inky, bring Cernif. I bring Volerend. Turbo Torty Rush Stampede. It wouldn't be Synergy Stampede though. I guess you'd have to swap and then you could enable the synergy on it. It still feels kind of bad, I imagine. Cernif could be really good as soon as this Nidrasil is unalived. So we swap Koish for Inky to get Sharp Stabs up, and Drill Impact the Golzi so that it's in range. That's not that bad. I can still work with that. Yeah, he didn't use a toxic move though. Inky's now in range to add a Frond Whip. And Saku's still overstated. Spores on the Saku. Is he gonna Frond Whip the Inky then? Leave the Rhoulder alive? Oh. I can Mineral Hail here, which is really solid. And no Rockfall? No. I'll probably swap in Gario in one of the slots. I just don't know which one. Maybe I should have done Rockfall just to threaten out the Mudrid, because then a Rockfall into a Goring would threaten Mudrid. It still might be in range of Goring. Oh, it definitely will be. Whoo! Well, if Rhoulder survives. Yeah, that's a support Nidrasil. I saw Sharp Stabs up for Golzy. I don't know if it kills, but we do what we can. Bring Volerund in, get holds off, and then just goring the Mudrid. It might get a Sea Dust off depending on how much speed it has. I'm assuming it has the same, if not more than me. So I'd be surprised if I outsped here. Good play, good play. There was the Gario turn. I should have brought in. Oh, he gets some free damage onto my Volerund now. Soil Steam? Oh, Quartz Dirt. This is still like Cerny's best board though, so that's not bad. Just, I'm guessing it's going to be Saku into the Gario slot. I'll still double in the Mudrid just in case he didn't swap, but he definitely did. Interesting, Golzy. Not what I was expecting. I'm no longer trapped, so that he doesn't get so much value from that. He doesn't have anything with Cage either. Saku doesn't learn Cage. I know there's quite a few times on the first island, like Scunch and Tatter, like the neutrals learn Cage on there, but not Saku. It's in range to die to another water cutting, which is good. Valorant's too important. I'm sure he knows that too. His Yggdrasil doesn't have energy drink, so I can put it to sleep with Quation next turn. He could double in with a Hasty and Nox Bomb, but I still think I live that. No Taser. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I forget if the Saku has Front Whip up or not. Not that it needs it. Quish will probably die to just about anything now. I'm just gonna use Sif to get some chip damage on both, and neutralize so that Cerny will be threatening next turn. Push off of my Toxic Ticks with Bush, and let me evade something this turn. I could have slept the Nidrasil, but Volerand's completely fine on this board. Oh, I forgot I wasn't disabled though, that's kind of sad. He has Petal Dagger. I'm really surprised how many people run that move. I like Narco and Lifeful Sap. They both feel irreplaceable to me. And even then, I'd almost consider running Turbine along with Boomerang. I can Paizo the Saku, and then just click Gaia. I could Paizo the Nidrasil, but I'm just trying to get into an endgame with Volerand and Nidrasil, and then I'll be good. It's a very tanky Gario. But I mean that's fair. It's about a narco on the Cerny. Very surprised. Guess he was just probably trying to heal. All of our stamina's back. We just go Sparkling Bullet and then Water Cutting. Sparkling alone shouldn't kill the Saku, so I shouldn't accidentally wake up the Nid this turn. Even if I did, I don't think it matters. Volorand really cleans up this entire game regardless of what happens this turn. So I'm very surprised he let the Volorand through. One guy instead of double kick. I mean, double kick is... Double kick is not that much more than a resisted water cutting. So I'd rather just have the stamina sustain. Because like double kick's what, 80? And then water cutting is 115, almost 120. 120 with 1.5 for stab bonus. That's 180 divided by 2 is 90. So actually, water cutting probably does more than a resist. Water cutting does more damage resisted than a double kick would neutral. So I have a hard time running double kick. It is prio though. That's about the only reason you would run it. GG. Just for 3 prio? Yeah. If you don't have a whole lot of waters, like even on mine I've only got 1. And I'm running Frond Whip as well. I think you could run it over Frond Whip if anything. Yeah, GG. GG. Oh, no. Probably do one more game and then call it. See if we can end off with a positive win rate today. I'm just not going to do the Quaish thing, so... Oh well. We'll go hang out at the sun. Appreciate that it exists. And hope we're not spoiling too many new players. Let's see, what else to talk about? I mean, so far, like... Rhoulder is in the large group of Tems that essentially will either be such large problems for somebody's team that they have to ban it, or it will be useless and therefore they don't have to ban it. Epic Balloon. I hate the Shellant Obi opener. There's no counterplay to it except banning one or both. My team kind of sucks against melees anyways. We'll ban the Shellant. I don't have a whole lot of Earth, so he probably just bans Rhoulder and then picks Scaravolt. Just don't get your drill banned. I mean, it kind of sucks that turn 1 evasion has been removed from the game. In many cases. But I would much rather have that evasion attached to a move rather than just free at the start of the match. So I think Welcome Wish should get reworked. I suggested a rework for it in my patch notes. Obigary is also annoying. Oh, I know it's annoying. I abuse that so much. It's off meta annoying though. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I pick Rhoulder. I think because I kind of need it for Scaravolt. I don't know if the Volphy has handcuffs or not. If it does, that's bad for me. If it doesn't, then I probably stay in and take a hit. But I'm not sure yet. We'll see what he picks with it. Tolkien. I think I'm gonna ban the Nidrasil now, because my team just doesn't do well against natures. Drill impact buff would be really nice for Rhoulder. It would be really nice, for sure. Is it gonna happen? It's hard to say. He banned my Inky, which is good for him. Inky was one of my better options here, and it is now gone. I'm gonna have to predict exactly what he's gonna do turn 1, otherwise I could lose. Because he could do something like he swaps Tolkien out into Yaravolt to eat the double in, and then just double plagues my Rhoulder or something before I get my move off. I guess he'd actually kill in the Koish, so he'd probably swap into Obi, and then trap and then kill Koish. Cernif isn't going to do a whole lot here, but between between Cernif and Kapire, Cernif has type advantage against the Turok and also hits neutrally against Platamus. Only want Awful Song on Ventil in new patch. I think it makes a very good time. Awful Song is a awful move. Screw marbles. We made it through the whole day without having to deal with a free 10% damage on both my Tems. I'm not seeing an out here. Even swapping is highly punishing. He just swaps in Scaravolt, traps the Koish, and swaps out Scaravolt and kills the Koish, and then swaps in Tolkien, and I can't do anything. Tolkien definitely swaps out here just because of how important it is. But for what? I don't know yet. Stayed in, or he's a slow Tolkien? I don't know yet. Stayed in. Really? I kill your Tolkien, I win. Lake Fiery Soul never kills Koish. I guess maybe I don't. It's not like a free win, but I would have been in a much better position than I am now. End to bed. Have a good one. Have a good night, Ketos. I don't actually know how to pronounce your name correctly, but talking to you. You are the one in which I intend to speak. Yeah. That turn 1 was too important. And the marbles hurt my stamina too much. I'm not going to be able to have a 3-turn rotation on Rhoulder. He just Toxin Showers. I'd want to bring in Koish, but that's just not going to help me. Maybe he just doubles in on the Rhoulder. It's hard to say. Well, we're just gonna have the most fun we can. And we're gonna try and KO this Vulcan with a Synergy Earthbreaker. I'm sure you guys would approve. Come on, Rhoulder. It's Synergy Master. It's Synergy Master. I just gotta survive. Ah, he's doubling into the Rhoulder. Toxin Shower? I think I can live a Toxin Shower. Come on, Rhoulder. You just gotta live. You just gotta live, man. That's all I care. No! No! I don't care if I would have lost the game. That's all I wanted to happen, was to live that. Ah. Game's over. You know, if he didn't have marbles, I would have won. Did you know that? Or for just for reference, so that people who don't think marbles are absolutely, completely, and utterly broken, we're gonna do a quick calc here. But that's my last match of the day. So if anyone only stops by for the gameplay, thank you so much for coming. We're just gonna do this quick, and then I'm gonna end the stream normally. So Rhoulder with 500 HP takes how much damage from marbles? It takes 24 damage from marbles. So that is just times 4. 96 TVs worth of HP on 2 Tems every time they swap. Yeah, GG's Balloon. I wanted the entire game. I didn't care if I lost in the end, but I wanted to get the Synergy Earthbreaker onto your Tolkien. But marbles is broken. I was so close to living that. If I didn't take the marbles chip, I would have survived and got your token. So yeah. Plus the marbles also stopped me from having a 3-turn rotation. Yeah, that was the only reason. I mean, when Earthbreaker works, it's kind of absurd. If I got you with the Earthbreaker there and your token died, I think I would have had a good chance at winning still. What's the final Rhoulder judgment? It's too niche. The game is too fast paced. The game is too fast paced. Rhoulder. If the game slows down, I think Rhoulder can have some more success. If Tardy Rush gets buffed a little bit, I think it could have some success. If Tardy Rush if Rhoulder gets an Earth move that's not Stone Ball turn 1, like Clay Ball, I think it would have success. Rhoulder actually got banned quite a bit tonight. So essentially, it can be really good against teams, but any team that it's actually good against it's going to get banned. And in general, you're just going to want to have another Earth or a neutral on your team rather than Rhoulder. Like when I played Mooflank, I picked Mooflank so much more than Rhoulder. When I played Tataru, I played Tataru so much more than Rhoulder. If you want an Earth type, you can go like Turok, and Wind is practically having a neutral, like having a neutral secondary typing, because it hits so many things neutrally. So if you just go Turok, it's so much more consistent than Rhoulder, and you can actually run Stone Ball turn 1 on Turok because it just has more upfront damage. Rhoulder is just like you can just ignore the thing practically until turn 3. I didn't have a whole lot of damage on it, but it didn't deal enough damage to even 3-hit KO some mid-level bulk things, which is just awful. Like as soon as a Volphy can't get 3-hit KO'd by my Goring Drill Impact, that's tough. Clay Ball is crazy. It would be the perfect move for it. I know it would be. But it's way down there in tier. Like right now, Turok has a niche, or sorry, Rhoulder has a niche, and it's really nice. and it even has some of the tools to get to that niche. Like once it gets there, like it has Earthbreaker, which is a high damage nuke that it can get off once it gets the hold off and once it gets Tardy Rush off. It's like it wants that and it has that. It's hard to think of what you could give Rhoulder that wouldn't make it completely and utterly busted, but still help its position. Now, obviously, you could rebuff Drill Impact because it got nerfed so long ago. In Drill Impact, you don't have to worry about it. It's practically a signature move for it. I think it's just like Gialis. I'm not going to look it up. It's like Whiplump, Gialis, and Gazuma are the other three that learned Drill Impact, I believe. Gazuma and Whiplump using Drill Impact? No. Gialis has other moves you'd rather run as well. So, I like Rhoulder. It's fun when it works. So many times you either can't play it or it just doesn't quite have what it needs to make it through. So, the judgment on Rhoulder is that it is bad. It's not that it's completely bad. It's just it's closer to bad than it is to good, I think. I know some people are having some success with it, like maybe paired with Naga or in like a Raiken core. But I don't think that those cores are particularly enabled by Rhoulder. They're enabled by Naga, and even if you're running a Naga, I think you'd rather have. I think you'd rather have Turok or something. Question marks? What's the question marks for? And by success with those teams, I don't mean like there's top level players like winning all over the place, but it's just like I think there was some in the Just Play tournament. I think Kunder's been playing with it, and I think he's winning more than I am. Or maybe it was I don't remember the names and everyone's exact teams right now. But somebody was experimenting with Rhoulder and having some success. Might have even been Ali playing a slower team. No other question marks your fault? No. I've heard of the Resistance Badge Drill Impact Ninja Jutsu Gialis. I, back when Resistance Badge was like 15% or whatever, I think it would have been worth experimenting with. But nowadays it's just kind of like, why? So, all right. I said this earlier, but something came up this weekend, so I'm going to be busy Friday and Saturday. Don't expect to stream on those days. Tomorrow, I am planning on streaming Dragon Quest. I think from here on out, I'm going to have Wednesdays just be Dragon Quest day. I might stream more Dragon Quest than just Wednesday, but plan on pretty much every Wednesday stream being a Dragon Quest stream from now on. I'm actually enjoying that game quite a bit. Initially, I was turned away just because of the RNG elements, but it turns out that there's actually quite a few ways to express creativity in team building, and so I've got so many ideas I want to pull off. It's just that the grind is so long, so. But I'm gonna play that some more. I'm not sure how much I'm probably not gonna play any more Temtem this week. Just gonna take a little bit of a break. Maybe I'll stop by, do another stream next week, and check out what's in Sci Park. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. I'm still a little bit burnt out on team building. Maybe I'll have some inspiration and do something. But that's probably gonna be it for Rhoulder, and that's about it for me today. So thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed seeing Rhoulder a little bit more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.